Welcome to the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.
Welcome to the Sports Hub podcast, sponsored by UF Health Medical Group, Plaza Lincoln, Plaza Cadillac, and our friends at the Warner Family Sports Foundation. I'm excited today. My name is Scott Chevalier, and I have in the studio today some very interesting people in sports you might not think about here locally in Leesburg. At Leesburg High School, I have the head tennis coach. You did hear me correctly. Tennis coach at Leesburg High School, Rhonda Boston. And I have a senior from Leesburg High School, Land, who's with us, who plays other sports that we just found out about. We're excited to hear more about tennis at Leesburg High School. I told her when she came in, I didn't know Leesburg had a tennis team. So we're excited. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having us. We're very excited to be here.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit. There's a lot of people out here, they're probably like me right now going, Leesburg has a tennis team?
Yes.
How did that come about, and how did you get here? How did you come to
So it did. I've been the head coach for 7 years now. I know, right? So when I started, it was not a complete team, and it actually kind of fell into my lap. I wasn't like out there trying to look for anything. I worked for Lake County Schools, so I was a teacher, and my daughter, Leesburg High School student, she knew I played tennis. We would go play tennis as a family, and she started high school. We went to the freshman orientation, and you see all the sports tables. There wasn't a table for tennis. There was nothing. And she's like, I really want to play tennis. And she's a freshman, and there was nothing there. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. So I reached out to the athletic director, and he's like, we don't really have a team. Like, we have a couple that hit around. We're going to try to get things figured out. And so we heard announcements. The season starts in January, and we heard announcements that we're going to try to start one. And so a really great guy. He actually helped coach JV football, and I think he did some weightlifting and wrestling, Coach Ike. And he was very nice, and he knew nothing about tennis. And so I went out to one of the practices to pick her up, and she was doing stuff, and I was yelling at her through the fence, what do you know? Do this, and you need to turn, your forehand should be this. And he came over, and he's like, you know how to play tennis? And I was like, I do. And he's like, okay. So he called Mr. Randolph at the time, and he's like, I know someone who plays tennis. Can she help? And so I started helping do assistant coaching. I was driving to the games. And then the next year, I got a call from Mr. Randolph, and he's like, Coach Ike doesn't want to do it. Can you be our head coach? So I've just kind of done it since then. It fell into my lap, and we built our team. We only had 3 girls and 1 boy my first year. And to have a full match, you have to have 5 single players and at least 2 doubles teams, or you forfeit. So you automatically go in losing. So we were going in already having to forfeit. So my boys team didn't have a chance because I had 1 boy, So I told my daughter, you got to start getting friends, because who I had was graduating. And so started working on recruitment. And I was not a teacher at that school. I was at Leesburg Elementary. So it wasn't, I wasn't there to grab kids and be like, you look athletic, let's play,
right.
So over the years, we built up, and we have 18 this year. So I'm really excited. We do. So I have 7 on the boys team, and I have 11 girls. So only the top 5 play. When we travel, we don't really get transportation. So actually, his mom's my team mom. She's amazing. She drives the boys team. I drive the girls team. So we take the top 6, and then they compete that way. And it's like a team sport where you win individually, but you have to collect points to win as a team.
Okay.
So that's why I was saying in the first couple of years we weren't winning anything because we were forfeiting. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's rough.
But at least it gave them. But I try to tell them all, I want to bring it really hard to Leesburg because, football's push and basketball's push.
Oh, sure.
But when you're older, those aren't sports you're going to continue to play.
No.
So for me, it's a lifelong sport, and I loved it, and I played it since high school and did a little bit in college. And so I was like, I want to keep it going. And now you see kind of the courts turn into pickleball courts.
You got me, because my questions later are going to go there.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking about, as you age in life, you
can't cover the whole court. I get it. I get pickleball.
Seriously.
Because you're a much smaller area.
Right. I see
but a lot of our
many.
Tennis courts are being replaced by pickleball courts. So that is a little bit of a concern.
Such a hot sport right now.
It is. It really is.
Now, so let's just go with that for a second. So if you're a pickleball player, are you a better tennis player?
I think they're so different.
Yeah.
The strokes are different. The ball, the pickleball is
different.
It's got holes in it. It's light. It's
right.
like a ping pong almost.
Yeah.
It's like a mix of ping pong and
That's
tennis.
what I think about it. Mm-hmm. That's how the ball feels to me when you hit it.
Yes, it's so light and it's different. And I think going from playing tennis all the time and then going to play pickleball, it's definitely easier when you're older on your knees, but it's a totally different stroke and you have to soften it. Like you know what I mean? It's not the same kind of thing. And you're really crowded if you're doing 2 on the court. You're in each other's space a lot.
Oh, yeah. It's almost frustrating because of that, because it's such a condensed area.
Yes, it's totally different when you go from one to the other. Kind of messes you up. So I try not to play too much pickleball because it messes me up for tennis, especially during tennis season.
So did you play tennis in high school growing up?
I did.
Did you play in college? too, or
I did, but just the first couple years.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So you are not only you're not just a tennis coach at Leesburg High School. You are the ditch digger that brings tennis to Leesburg High School. That is incredible. I don't think we've ever had anybody. I know I haven't personally talked to somebody who you go, I'm the one who's responsible for actually getting it to the school. We now have that sport. That's awesome. I bet you're glad, Lan, you got to get. Were you interested in tennis before she got this going, and then you said, hey, we got a team, I'm going to do it, or how'd your interest get into this?
Well, I started playing tennis when I was probably 8 or 9 years old. Took lessons for a couple of years because of my dad. He really pushed it strong.
Wow.
And then I kind of stopped playing it through middle school, and then my mom is really good friends with her, and she told me I should pick it back up. So I started playing again freshman year.
So was your dad a tennis player? How did you get that? How did he have that interest?
He plays tennis casually, but not like ever competitively, and he used to play with his good friend Will. So he just kind of got me into it so he could play with me growing up.
Dang, that is awesome. So here you are, you go out of 9th grade. So I'm assuming you went through Leesburg schools here locally, and then you come to Leesburg High School. There's no Leesburg tennis team. And then all of a sudden you start finding out. How long ago did you start as a freshman playing? I guess you guys had the team then.
Yes,
so,
that was part of that recruitment because I knew his mom. I'm like, I need boy players,
nice
bring
move.
him over. Yes.
Good move. So you got a little. Were you the first ever male tennis player at Leesburg High School?
No, they had groups before that, and
Okay.
there was this senior on the team named Colin and stuff, but I don't really remember anyone else really.
Yeah, he
Okay.
started young. Mhm.
Wow. So you're like on the Hall of Fame. Think about it, dude. You're going to go back when you have reunions and you go, I'm the man. I was there when it all started at Leesburg High School with no tennis courts on campus. I mean, that has to make your job harder.
It does. It's really hard to communicate with the kids because I'm not there to communicate with them because there's no courts there.
Right.
So we have to have all of our practices and games off campus over here at the Palmetto Street Court. So
Wow.
Yes.
So are you a teacher now at Leesburg High School?
no, I work for the district and program specialist. So I work with all Title I schools,
Okay,
and Leesburg
cool.
happens to be one of my Title I schools that I support. So I get to go meet with Miss Pyatt all the time. She's amazing, and she's really big on pushing the athletes,
Yeah.
not just athletically, but
Absolutely.
academically. So she's been a really good supporter of our tennis team too.
That's awesome. So got to ask this. Football, basketball, baseball, do you scout other tennis teams to know what you're up against?
Yes, so we use what's called a UTR system. It's the Universal Tennis Rating, and it's all online, and they have to create accounts. So every time we play, you put scores in. So before we go, I look up the other tennis team and see what their rating is of each player, so we kind of know what we're up against.
Okay, so you got to let us know.
Yeah.
Who has the highest UTR in Lake County that you go up against?
Oh my goodness, Lake County. Now, see, what's funny is, you know how districts work. We do not have anyone in Lake County that's on our district team. So for us, we actually are very competitive with our local schools. We're all very equally ranked UTR wise.
Okay.
But the schools we have to play, Gainesville, they blow us out of the water because
What?
these kids have been playing since they were in elementary school, and they've been doing lessons privately from elementary, middle, and high, and they have courts accessible because, in Gainesville, there's all kinds of courts. There's clay
yeah.
top and
Sure.
so that they kind of have that advantage over us because most of my kids, when I get them as a freshman, they've never even touched a racket. So we're starting from scratch. Like, what do these lines mean? How do you even hold the racket? So, I mean, my favorite memory, and you probably remember Farrell, so funny, his very first time, another student was playing with him because he was missing some balls, and he's like, oh, your batteries must be broken in your racket. The kid spent like 10 minutes. He's like, where do they go? I need to get something. And I was like, I'm like, are you serious, Earl? I'm like, no, there's no batteries in your racket. I mean, this is how new it is to them. They don't know. So to think there would be batteries in the handle of the racket was pretty comical. So that's what we start with. And then we really come a long way. I'm really excited this season to have a strong season because I have 4 seniors, which scares me for next season. Wow. But I've had them since they were freshmen and moving up. So we're going to be strong this year locally for sure. I'm really excited about that. But they're kind of up against a wall when it comes to these teams that we're put in because we're with Bellevue and Gainesville. Lecanto is a powerhouse. We're up against them. So, and again, Lecanto has tennis courts for middle school. So they have middle school teams. So again,
That's not fair.
Right. So we're at a disadvantage already.
They're starting early,
yes.
recruiting all that age mindset to
Yes.
get. Wow.
So that's kind of the wall we hit right now with the district that we're in, and we're 9 other schools who have been doing this forever. So
So you can be a freshman, come to Leesburg High School, not know what a tennis racket is, maybe never seen a game, and show up for the first time. And
yes,
say,
that's what we have that every season.
wow. So how do you initiate? This is a racket. This is the rules. These are what the lines on the court tell us in and
Yes.
out. you just started all that.
We do. And so it's really hard when you have advanced players like Liam because he's number one on my team, number one in singles and doubles. He's amazing. So I have to just really depend on him to like kind of do his own thing at the end of the courts, and I have to take the brand new ones over. And he had a great idea this season. He's like, why don't we do ability grouping instead? Because we used to split. Boys would have practice at one time, girls at another, because we only have 4 courts. So when you have 18, that's too many to really get them some play time.
Yeah.
So we kind of went with that. We've only been doing it a week now, and it's going really great. But when you have those higher abilities, then we can just kind of smooth through a practice. Here's your drills, and let's get some practice in and move on. Where now my other practice with my newbies is really breaking it down. And you have to do that, or your next season is going to be bad, because with losing 4,
They didn't learn anything.
Exactly. So we're going to kind of go that route this year and hopefully help us for the next season.
So, Land, obviously you play tennis, but you told us coming in here you play other sports. What other sports do you play at Leesburg High School?
For my first 3 years of high school, I did a lot of swim. I played a little bit of baseball, but nothing crazy. Like a little bit of fall ball my first year.
Yeah.
And then this year, I recently did golf, and I've done soccer for all 4 years.
Wow. So, out of all those, I know the coach is sitting here. What is your favorite sport?
I'd say my favorite sport, just enjoyment-wise, is golf. Not
Really?
because, our coach is like super laid back, and so our practices were super laid back. We weren't really good because of that, but like it was just it was just being out there on a golf course every day with your friends.
Yeah. And you get to do that the rest of your life, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you carry that mindset. You realize that golf is a social game, and getting to hang out with your buddies on the golf course. Because I played baseball, and my golf swing is not what it should be because of that. But that's awesome that you get to do that, man. That you get to be a part of that. So, man, I'm excited for you graduating. So, congratulations on that. But best of luck to you when you're playing all the other sports, too. We're going to take a break, and we're going to talk about practice, what that looks like for someone who comes in not knowing what a tennis player looks like, does, or what the rules are. We're going to come back and talk about the challenges of practice getting to the season game.
Is pain or restricted range of motion keeping you on the sidelines? Get back in the game with expert orthopedic care from UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics provides robotic-assisted surgical joint repairs and replacements, post-operative care, and inpatient rehabilitation services, all close to home, right here in Lake and Sumter counties. And for those unexpected injuries, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics offers convenient walk-in and same-day appointments. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with one of their specialists, call 352-323-5665.
Welcome back to the Sports Hub podcast. We are talking to the tennis coach. That's exactly what I said. Tennis coach at Leesburg High School, Rhonda Boston. And we have a new player with us. We have Riley Hayes. Welcome, Riley.
Thank you. Lovely to be here.
Absolutely. We are so excited. So we're learning a lot about Leesburg High School, the tennis program. I didn't know Leesburg had a tennis program. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who don't know and now are finding out there is a tennis program at Leesburg High School. And what I'm interested, as your coach is talking about, you show up as a freshman thinking your racket might have batteries. To make it more effective. That's a great story.
No way, what?
It's a great story. But whatever the case might be, think about it. You don't know the rules if you've only played on the Wii or whatever you've done. I mean, how do you incorporate a freshman and someone like you who's a senior? You obviously know how to play and do it competitively. How do you initiate her and then a freshman coming in going, how does this work? And what do those lines mean?
Yes, that's exactly what we do. So that's why we have to utilize our courts as well. We only have 4. Breaking them down into court 1 and court 2 is going to be my season players so they can get some time. But also, I know just last week I'm like, Riley, I need you to go really work with this brand new student. Teach her what you do when you serve.
Mentoring.
Yes, and so I have to use them as well. And it's funny because they get over there and they're like, wait a minute. I just do it naturally. So it really makes them even think about the steps they have to take when they're trying to mentor the younger ones. But I don't want to do that every time because they also need their own practice time.
Sure.
So it's a really fine line of help for a little bit, but now go get your own practice in.
Right.
So
practice. I mean, obviously serving is a big part of the game. That's where it starts, right?
Yes.
How much time do you spend with that in practice? Because
We actually-
do kids serve underhand to start out?
It's funny.
You're laughing at me, Riley.
me
I'm
started.
just thinking about it.
No, so they actually can.
Can they really?
You can. We don't encourage it because typically that's kind of frowned upon, but it's not illegal. You can do it. So I know when I because she's really good and my other number one's really good, I'll put them against each other, even though it's boy girl, and he'll do that just to mess with her sometimes. So, that's almost
So when you
gets in her
say
head.
underhand, I'm like,
Yeah, so he'll serve
Well.
like that just to mess with her. But both of my number ones actually are very good servers and they get aces. So she has come a long way since her freshman year. She's grown every year. She's really good. She's a very strong player. And she's one of my ones who I can depend on for some aces in a match. So
Wow. And for those of you who don't know what an ace is, the other player did not get to send the ball back. It went past them, stayed where it should have been. So I did some research.
oh, well, I'm
All right.
so glad.
I want to see if you know this. The
Okay.
fastest women's serve of all time. How many miles an hour was it?
Okay, I'm going to take a guess. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm going to take a guess.
Yep.
First thing that came to my mind was 85 miles an hour?
Higher.
120.
Higher.
No way.
I know. When I saw this,
No
I was
way.
like, how would I even see the ball?
Yeah, seriously.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
136.7 miles per hour.
that's fast. That would be a lot of
Crazy.
aces.
That it would be,
I mean-
right? That's insane.
And the player who did that,
Gosh, I wish.
do you know who I thought it would have been?
Yeah.
I thought it would have been Venus Williams.
Right.
Right.
Nope. Venus Williams' top speed on serving is 129 miles an hour. Wow. This was a player named Garcia Perez.
Okay.
136 miles an hour.
That's fast.
I can't believe I've never
How
heard
fast
of
do you
her.
serve?
Oh, I don't know,
Has there
but I
been-
mean,
you guys do that? Do you time
No,
it?
we don't
can't-
have
I
it.
don't-
We don't have the
yeah, no.
equipment
We need to
out
get the
there.
baseball coach out there.
right? Gosh.
You might be
Need
in a
little
record book.
speedometer or
We
something.
need to get a
there.
machine out there
Yeah,
and measure
exactly.
it.
I mean, so when you're practicing, is that the goal? I mean, you want to go in that court and go, watch this.
I mean, of course, you definitely want to like show how good you can be, I think. But overall, just for fun, pretty much. But,
yeah.
yeah.
We do a lot of practice on that second serve as well because we never want to double fault. So if that first one doesn't go in, your second better be guaranteed. And I don't
For
care how
sure.
soft it is.
For sure.
You better just get that. You better just tap that second
Yeah.
one.
Okay, so she just threw out lingo that you might not know what it means. She said you don't want to get that double fault. Tell us what a double fault is.
So that means when you miss both your serves, either it goes into the net or it didn't get over. So yeah, so if you miss both, that's automatically their point, and that you're beating yourself at that point. They're not beating you; you're beating you.
So you get 2 tries,
You get 2 tries. Mhm.
and if it's a double fault, they get the points.
Yes, and so we always encourage them on that first one, nail it, try to get it, because you still have one more chance.
Right.
But that second one better go in.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we actually do practice where you're doing, all right, practice just your second. Because the first
Oh,
one's
really?
just fun. You're just slamming it every time, and you're probably going to get some in the net, some wild and crazy. But now we're going to practice just our second serve, because that's your for sure one.
Oh, that's incredible. So your competitor's over there against you.
Okay.
You're getting ready to serve. Are you checking the position of this person? What's going through a tennis? I mean, if you're a quarterback of a football team, you're looking where the defensive backs are.
Yeah, right.
What are you thinking as you're
Right.
getting ready to serve?
As I'm getting ready to serve, okay, that's a great question. Well, as I'm getting ready to serve, I think I'm mostly just like saying in my head, like, focus. And I'm just like, there's a lot of energy, a lot of things happening around you when you're on the court because oftentimes you're sharing a court. So you can be hearing other players
4 at one time.
returning. You can be
4?
hearing people.
You have
Oh,
4
yeah.
matches going on at
Oh,
one
yeah.
time.
Balls can be coming on your court. It's a lot of energy around you. So I think it's important to just like focus on that square that you're hitting into. And a lot of the times I have to breathe. I might say a prayer before. Honestly, if it's my first game and I know I'm going against like a really hard opponent, but mostly it's just like focus and like look where you're going. Like,
And you have a
hone in on
routine
that.
too, correct?
Oh, yeah,
Like a
for
certain
sure.
amount. How many times do you bounce the ball before you serve?
About twice. Yeah.
So because when you
So-
watch her, you notice she has a routine. She's the way she stands.
So that's a mindset.
Then she
That's
then she bounces the ball twice. Like she
Yeah.
has a routine before she ever serves the ball. And most
Oh,
of the players
yeah.
do. They have something that they do every time. A certain way they will hold their hand or their
Mm-hmm.
foot. Like in their brain, they have a routine as they're going in to serve. And if they don't, it's almost like though.
Oh, yeah.
If they don't, then they're like, I'm not going to get the serve right. So they have to do
Yes.
those things. Like if they only bounce it once instead of twice. Like it's a.
I love that you notice that too because it's like a lot of it's muscle memory, but I can see in other players I just noticed that like our second seed Sophia, she has like she kind of swings with her serve and like for me it's a little bit more structured I think, and of course with bouncing the ball and whatnot, but she has like a little bit of a swing like she has to get into this flow. I don't think that would work for me, but like yeah, it's stuff like that.
So I noticed when you came in here, you're pretty tall.
Yes, sir.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
So that's got to be a little intimidating too for the other player who comes up
I mean, I
against
hope
you.
so.
You want every advantage, right? You're
Yeah, for
Especially
sure.
in doubles and she's playing the net. That's going to be a little.
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible. So have you always played tennis? Where did it start for you?
Actually, yes. For my whole life, I've been on the court, like since I could stand, although it hasn't been competitive. So I started competitive at Leesburg High School, and I started as 5th seed.
Thank you, Rhonda.
If you could believe that. Yes. Thank you, Coach. They contributed a whole lot to growth in the sport, and they really helped. Like, having supportive coaches makes all the difference in a sport. Like, it can seriously make or break your progress.
I can imagine.
And in this case, it's helped. It's made it for sure. But so I started when I was super young. My mom was almost pro, so we were on the court with her.
Oh, now we're hearing where this is genetic.
Yeah, right.
We're talking about really.
Yes. So we were on the court all the time growing up, and she just taught us like basically what she knew. We mostly played for fun, and I didn't even know the rules, actually. I didn't know where to stand when I first came. Coach and other players had to tell me.
You didn't know about the batteries in your racket?
Exactly. None of that.
Good.
Yes, and so but with a helpful team and coaches, they brought me here to first seat.
Wow. So are you from Leesburg?
No, I'm from Florida. I'm from Rockledge, though.
Okay.
Yes, I moved here about 5 years ago.
Okay. So, did you know immediately Leesburg had a tennis team when she was recruiting?
No, not at
I was
all.
gonna
Actually,
say.
I had to find it. I was working with my mom, and I saw all these sports
Right.
around campus, the flyers for like freshman orientation and whatnot. And I had to call somebody. Like, I remember my mom and I had to be on the phone. Like, I think it was with some admin, and to be like, do we have a tennis team? Finally, my mom found Coach Ron and like texted her and stuff like that. But it ended up working out. But yeah, it was definitely an investigation there to find the tennis team.
Yeah, not just a tennis team, but the founder of the
Right,
tennis team at
right.
Leesburg High School, or we
Right.
wouldn't have one.
Exactly.
Thank you, Coach Rhonda.
Yes, thank you,
for being a
Coach.
ditch digger for our team and our school to get us what we need.
Choking out.
I'm loving it. I just love the fact that you have this. So, do you play any other sports?
Well, I have not this year, but I have played soccer, and I've done swimming and weightlifting, although I wouldn't really count.
Really?
Yeah. I tried it out kind of, but it never really stuck. But I did do soccer and swimming.
So, I'm going to assume your favorite is tennis.
Yes, that's for sure. Yes.
Any plans after high school?
After
tennis?
high school with tennis, I mean, in college,
scholarships.
if I could play in college, that would be great. Although it's not my main focus.
Okay.
Yeah.
And haven't you started coaching a little bit yourself? Some little.
Oh yes, I coached.
That's a big
yeah,
deal.
I
I'm very
coached
proud of that. It's a big deal.
Yes,
on,
I
Riley.
coached. For about 2 years, I coached like seasonally kids from like 9 to 14, and that was just a joy. I loved that so much. It was so fun. It's definitely different than helping players on our team for sure. Because when I was coming up to Lana, I'm like, I would explain this differently to like a 10-year-old.
Wow.
Yes, but yeah, that was a joy. It was super fun.
Man, that's incredible. So you're giving back already your skills to a younger generation.
Well, I hope I can. Yeah.
See, I sense that about you. You have such a bright smile. You're so
thank
joyful.
you.
I just love it.
Thank you
I
so
mean,
much.
your competitor's got to be shaking.
I hope that too.
Give them that grin and let them
Right.
know the 2-bounce movement. You need to have a shirt that says, I'm the 2-bounce girl. That's awesome.
There you go.
Well, I am thrilled that you're on Leesburg's tennis team and that you are part of our community, and your mindset and what you're doing. That's going to take you so far in life, the way you want to give back and change other kids' lives, to give them a chance to do what you did. I want to hear more about this, because I want to hear from the coach about what are the challenges, what are things that our listeners and viewers can hear about that they could help with, and help get the tennis team more visible, so that you can grow that base of who your team is, and maybe out there get our own tennis courts.
That would be
Right?
awesome.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
What if the SportsHub podcast help you get
my
your
gosh.
own tennis courts?
On campus.
Huh?
Right? On campus, I'm
yeah,
like,
that would be awesome.
I think if more people knew about it, like
Say
there
it,
would
Riley.
be so many more people coming to play with us.
Are
like,
you hearing this?
They would love it too. Like, who wouldn't?
Well, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about that, how we as a community can get behind you guys and make this thing public. So we'll be right back right after this.
The Warner Family Sports Foundation is dedicated to fostering positive youth development and strengthening local unity in Central Florida. By increasing youth participation, removing financial barriers, and providing family resources, we can ensure youth have the opportunity to discover the joy of sports. Join us in building stronger communities through athletic engagement. It's our community. Let's do it together. Visit WarnerFamilyFoundation.com to learn more.
Well, welcome back to the Sports Hub podcast. We're talking again to the tennis coach, Rhonda Boston, Leesburg High School tennis coach. That's right, I said tennis. And we've got one of our seniors with us. I'm so excited, Ella Prater. I said that right?
Yes, hello. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, it's so good to have you. So tell me, first of all, we've heard a little bit from your coach about tennis. This is the ditch digger who brings it to Leesburg.
Yeah.
Tell me about tennis. When did you start?
So I started last year. Last year I joined the team because my sister was on it, and I had recently retired from club volleyball. I did club volleyball for 7 years.
Wow.
So I thought it was about time for me to do something new because I wasn't going to take it to college with me. And my sister loved tennis when she played for Leesburg, so I was like, okay, well, might as well try it. So I went ahead and did 2 lessons before we had our tryouts. Went and tried out, loved it. I ended up being the 4th seed, which I was very excited for. I'm glad I picked up on it quickly because, yes, I was very thankful for that. And obviously, you know, both our coaches, Coach Boston and Coach Chris, were very good at teaching us. So, yeah, it was just definitely like a lovely sport to play. My heart was already in it when I came into it. So
Wow.
I just love that about it.
That's awesome. So I gave a quiz to our last player. I don't know if you heard, but I asked what the fastest serve speed all time of a woman is in
did
tennis.
hear.
Did you hear it?
I did hear.
Is it not amazing?
130 something.
136.7. And Venus Williams is 129. So, Ella, what's your speed? Do you have any idea?
Probably not that fast.
Not that fast?
Maybe like 1/15 of that.
All right. Okay. Well, it just takes some perfection over and over again, I guess.
Yeah.
So tell me about your mindset. You go into tennis. There's a player on the other side you're going to play. I mean, we heard it from our last player. She does the 2 bounce. It's in her mindset.
Oh, like my routine.
Yeah, what's your routine?
So last year was a little rocky for me because volleyball is like a 6-person team sport. You know, you're always there. You always have someone there on the court to lift you up. I was the captain, so I was always bringing people up, you know, very skilled at it, always, never really making a mistake. So when I came into a new sport, mistakes came along with that. And I am so lucky and grateful that I had Miss Boston here because I'm very sensitive. So when I'm not good at something or when I'm still like struggling to figure out my way, you know, she was always there for me. So it kind of took a lot of us like talking about my games afterward, me reflecting on it for me to finally get where I am now. Wow. Which is like very mentally tough in the sport of tennis because I'm very mentally tough when it comes to volleyball. That's something that my coaches trained me in. But, you know, this is something that we've worked on for our, you know, individual sport as tennis. So
yeah, it's got to be a big change.
Yes,
I mean,
definitely.
6 on a court compared to 1 versus 1. I mean, it's like the moment the spotlight hits you and you're like, oh, they're waiting on me.
Yeah.
I'm it. It's going to start this match. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so now that it's my 2nd year, the pressure is definitely off. So I'm very excited.
So tell me a little bit about a tennis match. Do fans show up for this?
Yes. Yes, they do. So
My dog comes.
yes,
Come
her
on.
dog does come. That's the one nice thing. So the one thing, you know, tennis is small, so we don't have like the ticketed where you have to pay to get in. So please come and watch a game. It's free. And all of our home games are at the Palmetto Street court. So bring a lawn chair, and you can pretty much sit anywhere around the court. You can't be on the inside, but you can be anywhere on the outside. You can pick a court and watch.
Wow.
So you always find me kind of standing in the middle, trying to watch all 4 courts at the same time. Because, like I said, there's 4 going on at once.
So are
there's
you
a
helping
lot.
while this is going on? I mean, are you coaching even
So,
during the match?
Well, there's a lot of FHSAA rules. Like you cannot coach unless it's on a turnover. So every odd amount of games, they switch sides.
Then you can
That
coach.
is when you're allowed to coach, but still only for 90 seconds. So
Wow.
everything is there's a lot of rules being a gentleman's sport. There's a lot of rules with times and things that you cannot break. They cannot leave the court. They have 90 seconds to get a drink of water. So while she's taking a quick drink or eating like a quick bite of something, that's when I can do the coaching. And then she's got to go to her side and start again. It's got to keep going.
So you're having to watch 4 courts.
Yes. and wait for that
and
turnover.
then wait for that turnover.
Yes. And try to remember. So I walk around with my pad and my book. I'm like, what do I need to talk to them about?
Oh my
on the turnover?
gosh.
So yes, but a lot of times their families will come and they'll kind of camp out at their spot. We always set up a big canopy for the kids and have snacks and drinks and coolers, so that they know they have a safe place to come and rest for a minute before their next match or to get ready. But they can hang out with their families in between before their games happen. But there's also not supposed to be a lot of, I don't want to say heckling, but you can't really yell through the fence and do things. So we have to kind of keep an eye on that too, because other teams sometimes will try.
Okay, so I was going to ask this.
Because there's no referees,
Right.
there's no umpires. It's all very gentleman's sport. You just have to
That's what
follow
I'm
the
thinking.
rules, and that can be tough.
Because you go to a football game and you know the hecklers,
Mm-hmm.
the whatever it is, okay? I'm thinking the ball goes in the air, you get ready to swing, and somebody goes, "Hey, Ella!"
Yes, and they're not supposed to, but they will try it, or they'll try to do it quietly through the fence.
Oh,
so that
my
I can't
gosh.
see her here. So then they'll she'll have to get her mom to come tell me they are kind of messing with her through the fence. So that
Can you block
does
that out?
happen.
Can you block it out?
I can try. It's pretty easy because of, me being a stadium full of people.
Right.
I've been to convention centers that are,
A lot
very
of people,
large.
a lot of noise.
But I will say tennis is a lot of mental focus compared to volleyball. I had to learn that just because it's me by myself. I have to be very attentive to everything that's happening. Wow. So it does bother me. It did happen my first year. I can't remember what school it was. It's probably not the best to say if I do. But yeah, they were kind of maybe banging on the fence.
No one's listening right now, Ella. It's okay. We won't tell.
We know. I
say.
remember.
Yeah,
You remember the schools and you kind of keep your eye on them.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You remember.
So tell me, you're talking about things being focused, all the distractions. These sound like things that are prepping you for life too. Mm-hmm. You're learning skills in tennis, not just to win that game, that match, but these are things I think you'll probably be able to take into college, into life,
Yes.
into a family that help you stay focused on things when there's distractions. You feel that way? You feel like you've got benefits?
I feel that way 100%. I think that everybody should do a sport in their life because it teaches them so many values that they need to take with them anywhere they go. Truly.
I agree completely. We got some time, so I want to help you guys. So I want to know how we get tennis at Leesburg on the map. We've got a lot of listeners. They pass it around. People are listening right now going, Leesburg has a tennis team. They're actually going and leaving their couch telling somebody. Tell us some of the top needs. Obviously, I can hear one need is we don't have courts at Leesburg High School. I'm going to say that again. We don't have courts at Leesburg High School. And Ella needs courts, and Coach Rhonda needs courts. Tell us, how would that benefit you? What if there was a business here in town that said, I want Leesburg to have their own tennis court?
That would be amazing because I think transportation is an issue. I have 2 freshmen that walk, and we are somewhat close, but these roads right here are so busy, and they're having to cross over 27.
Oh, no.
That's a crazy road.
Oh, gosh.
So it is. I feel like it's a safety issue when they're having to walk down because
100%.
And we start a little bit later in the day too to try to. A lot of my kids are, again, well-rounded. She's an SGA. So we try to do it a little bit later start time because a lot of them have after-school clubs that they attend and tutoring. So we try to work around all that, too. So we do have a little bit later start time. So that transportation is definitely an issue. So having the courts on campus would be amazing. And also just so it's almost in their face, they can see the courts all the time. Oh, this is a sport here.
To help recruit.
Yes, because with them not being there, you don't know about it.
Right. Okay, so I'm not going to brag about this, but I know of a school that I worked with that did not have a football field, and they wanted a football field of their own. They had to barter a football field, and then I went around and started talking to some contractors, and guess what?
They got a football
They have their
field.
own football field.
That would be amazing.
So any idea what a tennis court costs?
So our boosters are amazing. They are amazing, and they were trying to do some fundraising. The problem, too, I think, was space. We'd have to look at a different space.
That was my next question. Is there space over there?
I feel like there is space out in the
an
back.
old tennis court by the Church of Lakes. That's right by us. There is one
Some
court.
that are there.
But I think it's
But out past where the goats are, there's a big area of field back there. Not the goats field, but the other one. And there used to be a trailer that sat
Did you say
back there.
goats?
Yes, we have a great FFA
Yes.
program, too.
Had no idea. I'm on campus
Vice
every week.
President of FFA.
What?
Yes, she's an FFA and SGA. Yeah, there's goats back there. There's pigs,
I have a baby bunny.
a bunny.
If I had
on,
my
Ella.
phone, I would show you a picture. But her
So
name
right
is
by
Starla.
that field, I think there would be space for the tennis
There
courts.
definitely is.
There's a big area. There used to be a trailer back there for maintenance or something, and that's been moved. But our boosters were amazing, and they were fundraising. And at that point, they were looking at 3 courts, with lights, because we really need lights because of the time change here. Right
It's
now
dark.
it gets dark by 6, and this is when our season starts.
And sometimes dark earlier. Is it?
And playing women's and men's at the same time on just 4, we can only have 2 male matches going, 2 women's matches going. So it's hard to fit them all in. So we always need lights. So at that time it was about $25,000, and that was just for 3.
That included lights. Okay, we can do this. I'm encouraged.
That would be awesome.
Number one, producing the type of kids you have being produced in this. I mean, these student athletes who've come in here to talk today, top notch. Ella, tell me what else you did in pageants, because we got to go, but I want to hear about it.
Okay. Well, really, that was my first pageant that I did.
That's okay.
I'm Miss Lake County Ambassador, and I'm giving up my title this Saturday. The forms are closed, so nobody else can participate, but, people are participating in a scholarship program, actually hosted by my teacher at school.
Awesome.
So
Tell us what other sports, and real quick, how many volunteer hours you have.
So that, yes, that is pretty impressive. That's a big part of my resume. I'm coming up on 2,000 hours. That's going to be my goal, service hours.
2,000?
Volunteer community service hours.
I'm at 1,700, let's say, currently.
Where does this desire come from?
This desire mostly comes from my mom. She's a God-fearing woman, so is my dad. And she's always been active when she was a little kid. So
she loves Leesburg.
Yeah,
she went to Leesburg High.
I'm a third-generation jacket. So
wow, what a story! I mean, this needs to be in the magazine too. This is fantastic.
Oh no, I tell her keep me out of that.
No, you've got to be in print. People need to know your story.
Yes, you're amazing.
Third-generation jacket,
Yes.
right here in Leesburg, and look how you're leading. Man, I'm proud of you guys. I am, from my standpoint, and just as an individual, I'm proud of you. Coach, amazing job. $25,000. We've got contractors in Lake County who could come put that court down. And so we need to get that court done. So I hope in this next few days, weeks, we get some phone calls about how we can get you guys a tennis court and get you guys on the map and grow this to produce more Ellas. We need more Ellas in Leesburg High School in the community for our future. So we are thankful for you guys. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, this has been a blast. Hey, with the SportsHub podcast, it's sponsored by UF Health Medical Group, Orthopaedic, Plaza Lincoln, Plaza Cadillac, and our friends at the Warner Family Sports Foundation. We've had a great time talking tennis today. I hope wherever you're at on your pastime, playing pickleball, tennis, whatever it is, I hope you think of this. I hope you think of a way that you can get involved to bring this tennis team to a higher level, more visible in Leesburg, to produce students just like you've seen today. Thanks for being here today.
This has been the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.